All right, another fun event happening right now, the San Diego International Film Festival underway. ABC 10 News anchor Kimberly Hunt is joining us with a look at one of the movies. Kimberly.
Lindsay, it has officially begun about 5 minutes ago, the kickoff of the 21st annual San Diego International Film Festival. And of course, out of the 115 films, there are films about all kinds of subjects and major motion pictures. But for the last several years, the film festival is really concentrated on curating films around the issue of human trafficking in order to shine a light on that really horrible and sad subject matter. And this year, they've curated a film called Exit. It is the story of 3 women who are on a journey out of poverty but end up finding themselves in sex trafficking. Also, the film festival has partnered with a company that is looking to finally make change by bringing people together socially to end human trafficking. The searing documentary Exit, A Journey Out of the Heart of Human Trafficking, is about the sex industry in Spain. In the film, 3 women are lured with promises of jobs and houses, flown into Spain from other countries in Europe and Africa, then stripped of their passports, driven to the clubs, and forced to pay their debts for airfare, food, and necessities with sex. A cycle of abuse and servitude for which they cannot escape. The estimated $99 billion sex trafficking industry is not just a problem overseas, it's right here at home. The San Diego District Attorney's Office filed charges against 26 defendants in 2021 involving human trafficking, pimping, or pandering. A reality Tanya Mantooth, the CEO of the San Diego International Film Festival, wants to bring to light.
This year, we really wanted to take it to the forefront. We wanted the ability to really amplify this discussion, because I think what people have started to see in recent years is this is a problem every community has. It's not just relegated to somebody else's part of town. It's in every part of town. And San Diego is in one of the top 13 cities that really has an incredibly high statistical number for sex trafficking.
This year, the film festival will be honoring a woman who describes herself as once a victim of, then survivor, thriver, and now champion over sex trafficking with the Humanitarian Award at the Night of Stars Gala. The recipient, Dr. Brooke Parker Bello, an author, actress, thought leader, and champion of her life, tells her story in the documentary Blind Eyes Opened.
At 11 years old, I was really badly raped. And that's how my virginity was taken. My best friend and I decided to run away. She was also a rape victim. We were in an area of Sunset Boulevard in La Beg, and it was an area where women were being prostituted. And I remember a woman bought us a hot dog. Well, we were kind of dirty, disheveled, hungry. And this couple seemed like a really nice couple. The guy actually looked, he was a handsome, lean guy, and he said that this was his sister. We're not street savvy. They took us out to eat. We had fun. They said, let's go back to our place. We'll get you some clothes. We help kids like you. We've been there. And we believed him. He was very smooth. And so when we went back to their apartment, everything changed. And they brought the heroin out. We hadn't done drugs. They, beat me up, put me over a balcony, took out razor blades, and then stripped my clothes and put me in a dirty bathtub. Later on in the middle of the night, I don't really remember the time, could have been 3, could have been 4 a.m., but I was out being prostituted.
Dr. Bello now speaks around the world. Her life forever changed, her ability to have children gone. But she has found love, and with the support of her husband, she says she will be able to mother many others. This year, the film festival is partnering with the tech company Authentic ID, which created a nonprofit social media movement to end human trafficking. The All for Humanity Alliance aims to raise awareness and spread the word that enough is enough. Laws need to change. Corporations need to change. funding needs to increase so caring and empathy can grow until finally we save lives and stop the human suffering. San Diego has been a hot spot for human trafficking. DA Summer Stephan has been involved in this criminal activity and trying to fight it since her time in the prosecutor's office. Now, of course, she is DA. She is partnered with the San Diego Film Festival this year. She is going to introduce the film Exit and be part of a panel to talk about ways that we can combat it, and of course working with Authentic ID to try to spread that word. One of the really special moments of the San Diego Film Festival is always closing night. They show a culinary film and then they bring out chefs and everybody has a great meal. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to highlight what this year's film tells us about, because it's one of the first celebrity chefs ever in America, and it's his story of the rise and fall of Charlie Trotter. Back to you.
All right, looking forward to that one. Thank you, Kim.